I would like to start this video off by saying that I know these builds do have issues. For the second build, I was just trying to see how many badges are possible and don't really recommend you make that build. But for the first build, it is extremely valid just due to the fact that it's extremely good physicals. If you do want access to the best tips and tricks in NBA 2K21 Next Gen in just a few seconds, just do this. Scroll down and press this big red button and then press the bell to the right of it. Also, make sure this thumbs up button is blue because I heard it gives you good luck. In today's video, I will be revealing the best builds in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. The first build is going to be a 91 badge build with extremely good physicals, and the second build will just be me trying to get as many badges as possible, both no physicals. For build number 1, what you're pretty much gonna do for the position is be a power forward. This is overall just the best position to maximize badges. Moving on to the body settings, what you're going to want to do is drop the height down 1 and then drop the weight to minimum. And then with the wingspan, you are going to want to max it out. These are just the best body settings because they increase the attributes that make it easier to upgrade your player, and they decrease the attributes that make it more difficult to upgrade your player. As always on the screen, I always get the obvious things out of the way, and let's go ahead and do that right now. Boom, and just like that, all the obvious things are out of the way. As I said, for this build, we are going to have pretty good physicals. The first thing I'm going to do is max out the offensive rebound. As you can see, that's a huge jump. You can get 26 defensive and rebounding badges with just a small upgrade, and then you can bump up perimeter defense to a 33 to get 27 defensive and rebounding badges. The next thing that you're going to want to do is max out pass accuracy. You can see how much this helps. This literally gives us 26 playmaking badges with just a small upgrade. And then just to maximize the attributes, I'd recommend dropping the pass accuracy to a 90 so you can still have 26 playmaking badges. Then the next thing you're going to want to do is scroll up to finishing. Now for this build, the best thing to upgrade besides driving layup and driving dunk is going to be standing dunk. Then you're also going to want to upgrade your post control to a 52 to have 24 finishing badges. And then put the rest of your attributes on free throw, and as you can see, you will have 12 shooting badges. I'm going to go down here and drop down the stamina. As you can see, I can very easily get another shooting badge while still having 93 stamina. If you want to, you can even drop this stamina all the way down to an 85 and unlock the 14th shooting badge, which I think is a worth it trade-off. It's up to you whether or not you want to decrease the stamina to an 85. Personally, I think it's worth it since I play a lot of park and I don't really run out of stamina that quickly. You're also not really going to be dribbling much on this build. Don't get me wrong, this build can dribble. A 76 ball handle is more than enough. I know you don't get pro dribble moves, but trust me, with the right animations, you can still dribble. Not to mention, when you do hit 99 overall, you're going to unlock pro dribble moves, and you're honestly going to be a point forward. The biggest problem with this build is you don't get clamps and you don't get brick wall. But if you do want to see a variation of this build with clamps and brick wall, be sure to check out this video where I covered the best center build in my opinion. Moving on to the takeovers, I pretty much always go with the same ones. I think spot up is the best takeover in the entire game. And then for center, I would recommend going with See the Future. And as you guys can see, I built a playmaking 3-level scorer, which I kind of don't understand considering we have so much defensive and rebounding badges. That's literally where majority of our attributes went. But let's move on to build number 2, where I'm pretty much just going to be fooling around and seeing how many badges I can get on one build. Moving on to build number 2, and it is going to be somewhat similar. For the position, I would recommend going power forward since that is still the best position. You're still going to want to drop the height down 1 and drop the weight down to minimum. As you guys can see, it looks somewhat similar. However, for the wingspan, instead of going all the way to 7'6", you're just going to want to go to 7'4" instead, since this just changes a few things that just makes it way easier. As usual, let's just get the obvious things out of the way right now. Boom, and just like that, we have all the obvious things out of the way. As you see, I have not touched physicals. We're just going to see how many badges we can get with no physicals whatsoever. Just try to see if we can get 100 badges on one build. The first thing we're going to do is max out offensive rebound to get 25 defensive and rebounding badges. And then I'm going to scroll up here and drop a down steal to an 89. Just make sure we have 25 defensive and rebounding badges, but just not so wasting attributes. And then scroll up to playmaking, or we're going to max out our pass accuracy. Matter of fact, actually, let's drop this pass accuracy down 1, just to have 27 playmaking badges and not waste attributes. And then moving on to the finishing, the best thing to upgrade on this build is actually close shot and not standing dunk. I don't know why changing the wingspan does change this so much, but that's just the better thing to upgrade. And then after experimenting with this a little bit, the best split between finishing and shooting to maximize badges is going to be 71 standing dunk, so you'll have a 26 finishing badges, and then throw the rest on shooting. You'll have an 83 free throw and 21 shooting badges. This build honestly can literally do everything. We have plus 20 in every single category. If physicals didn't matter this year, I would recommend just going with this build. With the leftover attributes, you can't get a badge in any category, so I guess you could throw it on physicals if you want to. I'll just throw it on perimeter and standing dunk, sure. As you guys can clearly see, this build has 99 badges, which is honestly insane. And if physicals didn't matter, then I would definitely recommend making this build. But I just don't think having 8 more badges is worth it at all. So to those of you that decide to not upgrade physicals, you guys have made a really dumb decision. Because you're gaining, what, 8 badges for the cost of so much speed, acceleration, and stamina. You're just not going to be able to do anything. And you're basically going to have asthma. And then for the takeovers, it doesn't really matter. I would recommend going with Spot Up and See the Future, since I just think those are the best combination. And then right here, as you can see, I've made a playmaking 3-level score. It does kind of make sense. It's the same name as the previous build, since they are extremely similar just in how I upgrade them. Anyways, y'all, that's pretty much it for the video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, as it does help me out so much. Like the video if you did enjoy it, and turn on those noties, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.